The gun is pointed all the way down. Then we're going to jump R2, move forward slightly, and keep moving forward in order to stay on the drone. Now, as you can see, I'm flying up into the air. Generally, you want to keep your crosshairs in the middle of the screen right on this drone. Now, the drone has a limited amount of time that it can stay in the world, so be very, very careful that you aren't just staying still on the drone for too long, otherwise it'll destroy itself and you'll just fall down. And also, be very careful that there aren't any enemies around. As you saw, I took care of all these enemies, because the drone will actually attack enemies, and it will go slower, and you don't want that to happen. I'm going to try it again. Actually, maybe I'll find a different surface this time, just to kind of show you. So, right on this car here. Now, yeah, you kind of want the crosshair to be that far away from like the object that you're standing on, because you do not want the drone to hit the object, otherwise it'll just bounce all over the place. So I'm going to show this to you one more time. See, there's enemies there. That's a perfect example. See, it'll actually attack things. We don't really want that. Of course, it's still good to go. And as you can see, you can jump, and like right there, I just reached out of bounds from like all the way over there, which is pretty cool. But as you can see, the enemy placement is obviously a problem, and surfaces need to be completely horizontal, otherwise the thing will bounce everywhere. Now, another important thing to note is that you can have objects that are too tall or too small as well. Generally, like an object that's too tall would probably be from the car roof to the road here. That's probably too tall, and you will absolutely 100% need to compensate for that height. You can still do an orb jump from surfaces that are like this tall to the ground, but you need to compensate. You have to make sure that the orb is like generally at around foot level, like on the return way up, before you can jump onto it. And the important thing to note is that you cannot do it just from jumping on the surface you're already on. See, watch what happens here. See, it won't work. So, the important lesson here, actually I have notes on this, is that if the orb goes through you, then you jump too late. But if the orb bounces like away from you or off of you, then you jump too soon. So just remember that. So it's kind of tricky when you're first starting out, but you should be able to grasp it. It's not rocket science, even though it may look like it. So I hope this proved useful, and hopefully this will help you in your Resistance 2 runs. Thank you for watching.